Greetings to you all. Welcome to Creative Writers. Pen Crowns Vision. Date 23rd April 2021. And the topic is I Heard a Bird. May I now welcome Mrs. J. Ezhil to recite all the poems. Please, ma'am, welcome.
Hello everyone. The other topic of today's poems is I Heard a Bird. The first poem by Mr. Apur Devgan. Yesterday I was not feeling well. Doctor asked me for COVID test. When in isolation I was feeling low. I heard a bird praying for me. It said, "You are the first one to offer me grain in the morning. Don't lose heart. This time will also pass. I have seen you always pray for others. So, my brother, your report will be negative. Even if it comes positive, you don't need to worry. I will pray for thee. From the core of heart, I am thankful to this bird. I know its prayers will be certainly heard." The next poem by Dr. Mary Suresh. Heard a bird, rhythm of inner voice, twittering while trotting upon trees. The melody of bird while picking grains, chirping hummings, intimating intruders, inviting visitors. Wow, lovely. Oh bird, thy mesmerize man, while swaying in breezy air, peeping from nest, clenching tightly to the branches, screech of the fallen feathers pecking the wood. Wow, lovely. The next one by Mrs. P.R. Kalyani. I heard a bird. Early morning, two birds sit on the wall. In front of a mango tree, one flew to the bough and gave a call. The other flew there and had a look. Then they both flew away to the nearest brook. The male bird started collecting the sticks from the ground. The female sit on my wall, looked around, tweeted gently. My daughter kept a little water in a bowl, spread some grains on the wall. From that day, they both continuously began to come. The female sat on the wall, flew seldom. They drank water and ate the grains, felt comfort and stay. The male constructed a nest in few days. Then it flew away from there swiftly. The female laid her eggs, began to tweet daily. Her daily quick tells some message. She felt protected in that passage. Now they all grew up. Every morning they warm up. Water in the bowl, rice on the wall. I feel happy when I heard a bird. The next one by Mrs. Sabina Salam. A bird whispers to a flower, "Your fragrance so fresh. Smell makes me have a crush. Your nectar I savor. It lasts in me forever. Your radiant hue so enigmatic. My eyes become ecstatic. Your silent nod so caressing. Happiness blooms a blessing. You never think of competing to the flower next to you. You just bloom. You taught me the joy of living. You are a miracle." The next one by Mrs. M. Nazima. I heard a bird sing in the dark of December. A magical thing and sweet to remember. We are nearer to spring than we were in September. I heard a bird sing in the dark of December. The next one is by Mrs. G. Sarla. Cuckoo, cuckoo, sweet song I heard in my sit out. God's graceful to fit a musical instrument within the tiny throat. And I flew back to the memories of my cutie's monologue. But it has been changed to muttering nowadays. In turn, when I play it vocally, a cloud of laughter bursts. The next one is by Mrs. K. Nitya. The best musician of my life, even admire my wild life. My heart starts drizzle, dance of her music. She tempts me to lure her trick. I visualize the beauty of the cuties stealing. The musicians steal the food and hiding. Excellent master plan to feed the young one. Coming to feed the newborn, unknowing to anyone. I am awaiting for the music director, who is beautifully portrayed by the protector. She is the natural singer who refuses electricity, singing hither and thither all over rural and city. The next one is by Mrs. S. Shyamala. I heard a bird preaching me. Don't be a caged bird. Come out of the shell and free yourself from the hell. You are worthy to be admired, not to be deterred. Let your skills fly high to make the world sigh. Don't think, imagine, and obsess much. Just breathe to hope that everything will work for the best. Be a free bird like me. Heavenly pleasures you will see. The most beautiful thing can't be seen or even touched, but can be felt with the heart. So come out of the shell to free yourself from the hell. The next one by Mrs. S. Bharati. Loaded with fear of future, burdened with squeezing torture, heavy with killing solitude, problems at their altitude. I dragged myself to rest under a tree as a guest. The twitter of a nestling made my broken soul swing. I wonder, my dear mom, said the baby eating a worm, why these humans so tensed? We earn our daily bread and peacefully rest our head. Worthless wealth they amass. Precious time recklessly pass. Health they neglect. Human values forgot to reflect. Mom replied, little worries are mighty enough to destroy a strong person. Learn to manage stress. Shed the woes that press. Feel relaxed and lighter. You are the winning fighter. I flew home with happy wings. Hope to set right all things. The next one by Mrs. Deepa. Birds chirp, usurps my heart as a magician's art. The cry is so sharp that it waits the message to its dearie dove, expressing its fiery love as if there is a strong bondage. I heard a bird ready to accompany me with glee. When my loneliness brewed my thoughts as a bird, I heard a sparrow once asking me for shelter, constructed a beautiful home as an engineer, tried to settle in that narrow. It enjoyed the breeding ground. With its mellow, as a villain came there a crow, destroyed the roost as hound. The next one by Mrs. R. Ezhil. One blessed morning I woke up. As it was the time for daybreak, I heard a pleasant cooing sound of a cuckoo. It was so sweet as a honeydew. Shared the experience with my best friend. He suggested me to visit Vedandangal during weekend. Birds were migrated in huge flock. Foreign birds feed their young ones on the branch. When a flock is asleep, one bird will remain awake. Airplane wings are modeled after bird's wing. We were mesmerized to see huge birds flapping. The next one by Mrs. D.K. Vijiramesh. Every day I hear the sound of birds. Never tried to perceive their words. thought that they chirp only about them, just enjoyed their tones and rhythm. The alchemist did an experiment in me, ignited the thought nature speaks to thee, realized the existence of language without words. Wind and sun and sand too speaks but unheard. Now I hear a bird that sits on the wood, tells me that I am going to have the fortune of good. The next one by Mrs. Tamarai Selvi. I heard the bird. It's the season of springtime. Its voice of mildness make me mesmerize. Its honey-soaked sweet tone so intimate to its lovable pair. I heard the bird of winter days. Its dreary voice make me tedious. Reassuring voice of its pair bird carry it to the comfort zone. Love the ultimate voice of godly land. It's so pure as moonlight. Love the nice solace of feel to avert the wild despair. Like seasonal changes, we would face the life pages. With a complementing companion, we just introspect our feelings. Situations are greater teachers. They come to us to teach the new lessons of life chapters. The next one by Mrs. Jayanti. A breathtaking view on my terrace about the song of the bird brought out mental alertness and soothes my weary mind. As a nature's alarm clock awakened me, repainted my soul. Hold me tight with freshness, with incredible, beautiful sound. Indeed, you are unconditionally a conqueror of all human soul. The next one by Mrs. J. Ezhil. The night was cold and chilly. Outside it was drizzling slightly. After all the chores and the windows closed, it was then a rapid rapping heard. Placed on the windowsill, glued to the pane, was seen the silhouette of a bat of mundane. Its look beckoned me to it. Closing in, I heard the voice of the decade. Could you please come out? Strange! Streamed the scream stout. Why so? Still stubborn was her voice. Your kind has no voice except for noise. Not the talk of a creature with good ears. Still, her voice was trembling with tears. Moved, I reached out the garden to see what awaited with the heart hardened. What a sight! A poor little nestling caught tight inside a tiny little hole brimming. Clutching the body, I put her in her nest. Thankfully, the mom hooted at her best. Why did she never utter a word? Did she really speak to me beforehand? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You have recited all the poems in a fantastic manner. And I thank all the creative writers for their continuous awesome penning. Keep writing again and again. And if anybody wants to participate here, kindly leave your comments in the comment section.